It's been a while since I made a long form video, and it's about time I make another one. So, yeah, enjoy the video. This has been bothering me for a week now, so I wanted to make a video on it. So, you know how everyone has a habit, right? Just habits, day-to-day habits. It just could be leaving the door open in every room you enter, or like smoking cigarettes, whatever. Habits exist in your day-to-day life. They can be good and bad. So, and we'll just talk about the video game ones, like the ones you might have in game. But we're only going to be focusing on gameplay ones. So yeah, enjoy. So the first habit we're going to be talking about is toggling your fire mode. I've done it. I still do it. It's a habit from Tarkov. It's just something you do subconsciously. Uh, like in Tarkov, you always have to be ready for any situation. So that's why you always have to check your fire mode. You always have to check your mag. You always have to. I mean, sometimes you have to check your chamber even, just to be ready and stuff. And that carried over to other games that I played, where toggling your fire mode is even a thing, like BattleBit, for example. Yeah. I mean, it's a it's not a bad habit, but it's not a really good one because I had situations where I'm trying to shoot a guy, and mid sprint to the guy, I toggle my fire mode on my full auto to single tap. So then when I swing, I hold left click, and I expect a volley of fire, but I don't get that. I just single tap him, and he doesn't die. And then I realize my mistake when looking at the recording. So yeah, it's a mid tier habit. Another habit people often have is when they pre-aim. Say I know there's a guy there, somewhere in that direction, and I pre-aim, and I just keep standing there. And I know he's gonna swing out eventually, but the more you aim, the more you lose focus. So if this was like if someone called out, yeah, there's a guy swinging 90, and I'm just standing here, and I know he's gonna swing, but if he doesn't swing for like, I don't know, let's say 10 seconds, then I start to zone out. I start to look like, I don't know, at the picture or something. I start to look too hard on my crosshair. So when he does swing out, I just die, you know? It's like I'm pre-aiming here, expecting him to swing in the first 5 seconds, but if he doesn't swing, then I just zone out. And yeah, that's how you lose a gunfight sometimes. It's a pretty bad habit. I just realized as well this wasn't on the script. I mean, not like I wrote a script, but hello. Um, Let me move my cam as well. Spam leaning. So my leans are my mouse buttons. A lot of Siege players have their leans on their side buttons, and what what became a habit for me is when I got into Siege, I was looking for tutorials on like how to become better at Siege, and I think it was Bolo that I saw who was using it. Bolo is a professional player in Siege, and I saw he had his leans on side buttons, so I was like, oh fuck it, let me try it. And the first I played like 1,000 hours on side buttons. Well, 1.3 thousand hours on the side buttons, and now in every game that I have to bind it to side buttons because that's what I'm used to. I like quite literally cannot play Q and E because I'm just not used to it. But the issue I have is when I do play is that I spam lean way too much. So I could be shooting a guy, let's say, I don't know, say this corner is a guy, and while I'm swinging out, I could pre-aim, and then I just sometimes I just do that. Like I mid spray, I just press a button either subconsciously or by accident, just because I'm used to like putting tension on my mouse, and sometimes I lose gunfights because of that. So that's a pretty bad habit. Wide swinging. I think we all know what wide swinging is. It's when you at least swing wide. I guess that's quite literally what it is. And what usually what most players do if they clear a room, most like TAC FPS players, is they're not gonna rush in and just die to whoever's standing inside the room. They're gonna do is they're gonna pre-aim, they're gonna jiggle it, see if there's anybody there. So I know there's a guy there now because I jiggled it. If I didn't jiggle it, if I just full swung, let's just say I'm running through here and someone say it calls out one guy's in dining hall. I just run in, have to turn around, and by that point I'm dead because I didn't jiggle it. I just died. I didn't check for info. I didn't toss my drone in to check if there's anybody there. I could see if I tossed my drone in, I would have gotten info. I would have known like, where the barricades are and stuff. But if you just run in and then you don't even ADS, you just see that. And, yeah. This one's gonna be the most interesting habit out of all of them, I think. So, let's say you're driving on a road. Let me draw like a diagram, I guess, while I'm saying this. So let's say we have a road. And let's say you're in a car. Let's say you're, I don't know, you're in a Humvee, and you're just driving down the road. This is like your path. Oh, sorry. Say this is your planned path. And as you're going down, let's say here, we have an enemy with a machine gun. Let's say that. And as you're driving here, the enemy starts to spray your car. So, the habit I have is, like if, let's say you're the guy in the ambush, if you see a car driving down towards you, your first like priority is gonna be to kill the driver. So, where do you think you're gonna shoot? The windshield. This is where you're gonna shoot. And the windshield, usually, if in most games, it's you're gonna shoot on this particular side, on the, I guess on the right side of the, from our POV right now, of the windshield, to kill the driver as fast as possible. And or just like spray the entirety of the windshield just in general, because you're maximizing your hit count pretty much. And the habit I've developed in playing games is if I have a choice when I'm getting into a car, let's say an Arma for example. So we have a car. Let's say this is I don't know, like let's say this is our Humvee, like the front seat and the back seats in this tutorial. And let's say we have a guy here, and then at the back we have three guys. So me, a guy, and another guy, and we can all get into whatever seat we want. The seat I'm gonna get into is this one. This one, because if a guy sprays your windshield, sure he might get the first two, but usually the bullet doesn't go far back through to kill you, or it gets stuck in the guy in front of you. Well, it depends what game you're obviously playing, but usually the bullet, by the time it hits this guy, loses all energy. And yeah. So the best spots to be in the best spot for me to be in an ambush is this back seat, because you're just minimizing the amount of bullets you take pretty much. For example, if you sit at the front passenger side like here, then you're pretty much 100% dead because the bullet just insta hits you if the guy's spraying the windshield. And maybe if you're here, sure you might if the guy, like in this situation specifically, if the guy is on this side of the road and he sprays you, then yeah, you're pretty much fucked, because the bullet just goes through this guy, and like some bullets, they might go through the soft plating on the car and just hit you like that. I would like to think this saved me multiple times, but I'll never know for sure. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to leave your habits down in the comments. Maybe I'll make a part 2, maybe not. We'll see. And, yeah, have a nice day.